so you might want to get some pen and paper for this exercise. You can definitely listen to it again, but for the purposes of right now, during this exercise, I'd like for you to pick one area of life. You can do it again with another area, but don't pick multiple while you're doing the technique now or this walkthrough, because it will divert and dilute your energy and your focus. That's really important, that you stay aligned with the one area, one thing you really want to manifest, okay? So if you want, like I said, you want to write this down, be my guest. So one area of life, and I would pick the most important thing to you. Is it your finances? Is it your relationship? Is it your spiritual progress? Is it your health, right? Is it your career? So one area. Take a moment, think about that. What's the one area? Okay, now that you have your one area, you might have even written it down. Now think of the one thing, the biggest thing, there may be multiple, that prevents success, happiness, fulfillment in that particular area. What is it? Is it a way a thought pattern that you've noticed about yourself? Is it a fear? Is it feeling inadequate? Is it another person maybe telling you what you feel like you should or shouldn't do in this particular area? Identify what that is. Now, this is an unwanted pattern, right? And again, we're not making things wrong or right. We're just observing. We're observing what is here, and we're letting things, emotions, thoughts bubble up to the top. Okay, you want to just be in a state of ease right now. Don't try so hard. Just allow the thoughts to bubble. See what comes up. What is the one thing that's really holding you back? And I'm talking about this in terms of the new year, right? So we're really focusing on this new year ahead, this one area of life that you really want to nail, you really want to make progress in. And now what's that one thing that's really holding you back? And assume that you've gotten it, we'll go to the next phase. Now that you know what this one thing is that's holding you back in the area of life that's most important to you right now, I want you to visualize it. If you can see it in words, see it in words. If you can visualize it as an object, do that. So you're visualizing, kind of using the senses of the eyes. Okay, so you know what it looks like. Now feel it, and feel it in whatever part of your body that reacts when you think of this particular thing. Is it your heart center? Is it your brain, your mind? Is it your throat? Is it your gut? What part of your body reacts when you feel into this pattern? What emotions does it stir up? Okay, now that you've gotten that, I want you to acknowledge it. Like, oh, okay, you're there. You've been a part of me for my life or however long. You don't want to make it wrong. You don't want to feel badly. You don't want to apply shame or anger or blame, because those negative emotions block our manifestation process. We don't want to do that. It's kind of like an arm, right? Or a leg or hair. It's something that we have. It's been with us. We've worked with it, and it's worked against us, or whatever it is, but it's just here, and we accept it. So we're accepting this pattern that's been in our lives. Okay, you can feel that shift. Here it is. Now that we've named it, owned it, accepted it, we can release it. We don't need to hold on to it. We don't need to blame it. We don't need to feel shameful or angry. Oh, you've been part of me. Okay. Now I'm going to let you go. Do that again. Now I'm going to let you go. And breathe out. Now I'm going to let you go. And you're releasing. You're releasing. So that's releasing. You want to release it from part of the body. Just untense, untangle the part of the body you felt it in. Breathe into that part, allowing that energy to dissipate and release. The outward breath makes the body know and feel it's safe. Now, remember we visualized it, so that's the feeling part. So we're releasing the feeling. And you can do this as long as you need. Sometimes it takes time. That's okay. And then remember we did the visualizing. So again, I want you to visualize it. What does it look like? Whether it's a word or an object or whatever. Visualize it. Now, as you see that word or that object, whatever it is that that visual is, I want you to dissolve it. However works for you. Maybe you burn it. Maybe it melts like a piece of ice. Maybe it just disappears into the air. Just dissolve it. You're dissolving, you're dissolving, you're dissolving. And as you dissolve and as you release, you're able to feel your body and your mind feel lighter. You're giving it over to God. You're releasing this part that isn't serving you. You're allowing the divine to interfere on your behalf.